It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay.
Come on, hello.
Some of the stuff the rest of it are taking the storage. The hides and boxes. There's a couple of Mormon kids that came by the other day. They offered to be of service, but they didn't realize from the front yard to the back yard what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then there was this moment where it's
Like this.
I felt bad.
No, no,
because
okay. I get down.
I was serious when I was saying, well, what I'm doing, and if you want to help me, you couldn't help me scrape buffalo hides. By the time we got about around the backyard, there was this realization of, hold on, I kind of thought maybe you were kidding at first, and the other kid going, I'm from Montana. Holy, well, I don't know what to say. Oh, I guess it'll wash out, you know, because they were suits and ties. Yeah, but they were about 2 seconds away from scraping a hide, and was like, I'm not going to hold you to that. But we had, I mean, it was cool. They had a good conversation. Yay for young people that, you know, commit themselves to some path of service. I don't remember where the other one was from. I want to say somewhere back east, but the other one was from Montana. Real talkative, very articulate young man.
Hi, Toby.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty well.
Long time no see, eh?
Steph, I can't wait to get my hands
Hi, Shannon.
How old is he now?
It'll be 2 months tomorrow.
God.
Yep.
Tomorrow's the first?
Yep.
Is this baby's first feast?
I think so. Yeah.
I like this.
You're very flexible. Youngster.
Whippersnapper.
You want to get started at some point, or?
Oh, I don't know. We can wait a few more minutes if you think. I beat him, I think.
The sciences and arts, and to unravel the secrets that are treasured up in the inmost reality of all created beings. Make them to hear hidden truths that are written and embedded in the heart of all that is. Make them to be engines of guidance amongst all creatures, and piercing rays of your mind shedding forth their light in this, the first life. Make them to be leaders unto thee, guides unto thy path, runners urging men on to thy kingdom. Thou really art powerful, protecting, potent, tender, and mighty, and most gentle.
O companion of my throne, hear no evil and see no evil. Abase not thyself, neither sigh and weep. Speak no evil, that thou mayest not hear it spoken unto thee. And magnify not the faults of others, that thine own faults may not appear great. And wish not the abasement of anyone, that thine own abasement be not exposed. Live then the days of thy life, that are less than a fleeting moment, with thy mind stainless, thy heart unsullied, thy thoughts pure, and thy nature sanctified. so that free and content thou mayest put away this mortal frame, and repair unto the mystic paradise, and abide in the eternal kingdom forevermore.
O Lord, provide for the speedy growth of the tree of thy divine unity. And water it then, O Lord, with the flowing waters of thy good pleasure, and cause it before the revelations of the divine assurance to yield such fruits as thou desirest for the glorification and exaltation, thy praise and thanksgiving, and to magnify the name, to laud the oneness of thine essence, and to offer adoration unto thee, inasmuch as all this lieth within thy grasp, and in that of none other. Great is the blessedness of those whose blood hath been thou hast chosen wherewith to water the tree of thine affirmation, and thus to exalt thy holy and immutable word. Let the flame of the love of God burn brightly within your radiant heart. Let the flame of the love of God burn brightly within your radiant heart. Feed it with the oil of divine guidance, and protect it in the shelter of thy constancy. Feed it with the oil of divine guidance, and protect it in the shelter of your constancy. Let the flame of the love of God burn brightly within your radiant heart. Let the flame of the love of God burn brightly within your radiant heart. Feed it with the oil of divine guidance, and protect it in the shelter of your constancy. Feed it with the oil of divine guidance, and protect it in the shelter of your constancy.
Very, very much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Allah. else have any other prayers or songs or anything? Not, I guess move forward.
Okay.
Our annual Baha'i month of fasting, that special season of self-restraint that includes our abstaining from food and drink during the hours of daylight. Perhaps more forcefully than any other time of the year, these unique 19 days remind us of the mystery of sacrifice. In a talk given in his last days in America in December 1912, Abdu'l-Baha spoke at length on the subject of sacrifice, affirming that the divine summons to sacrifice, given voice by all the manifestations of God, calls us to sever ourselves from the influence of the world of matter and abandon an earthly realm of evil and darkness, of ambition and avarice, of self-worship and egotism, and seek instead the heavenly qualities and divine attributes of the eternal kingdom of God. Surely the fast we will strive to keep in the ensuing days is a measure of the degree of this severance. For it is, so the Master explained in another place, the withholding of oneself from all appetites of the self, taking on the characteristics of the spirit, being carried away by the breathings of heaven and catching fire from the love of God. As our discipline in observing the fast is a measure of our severance from the world of matter and our devotion to the things of the spirit, surely another measure can be seen in the character of our contributions to the funds of the faith, of our willingness to give freely and generously from the material resources at our disposal to further the progress of God's cause, as the Universal House of Justice has advised us. Giving to the fund, therefore, is a spiritual privilege of which no believer should deny himself. It is both a responsibility and a source of bounty. The importance of contributing resides in the degree of sacrifice of the giver, the spirit of devotion with which the contribution is made, and the unity of the friends in this service. These attract the confirmations of God and enhance the dignity and self-respect of the individuals and the community. When we consider the range and number of activities and tasks our National Fund supports, from the work of our 12 regional Baha'i councils and the community building efforts taking place in scores of clusters, to the learning being shared in our permanent and seasonal Baha'i schools, to the efforts of our publishing trust to make the essential texts of our faith available at a reasonable price, we can see just how vital the precious dollars contributed by the Friends are to the growth and development of our national community. Friends, at this writing, contributions to the National Fund stand at $28.9 million, while our pattern of giving this year has...
Well, for me, it has been my life's blood. I had a traumatic event happen in my life, and like a lost child, I ran far away from everything that I knew, including being active in the faith. Though I was challenged with my test, I held tight to things and refused to let go. My obligatory prayer and giving to the fund. Little did I know that this was, I feel, my lifeline to my beloved Baha'u'llah. I struggle with all the challenges that everyone else does today in some form or another. Prejudice, low self-worth, finding identity, loneliness, and sadness. I have worked very diligently to overcome, and while I was struggling with my tests and difficulties, I would say to myself, at least Baha'u'llah still allows me to give to the fund. In feeling thankful for this, it will lead me into prayers. I still struggle with tests and have to work to stay slightly above the poverty line. However, I feel so privileged to be allowed to give to the fund. In my dark hours, in truth, this, along with prayer, has been my life's blood, my lifeline. Thank you sincerely for this honor.